Hey everybody, this is James from Praagh, James Starseed. I'm looking up at the heavens, and it's so beautiful to take a moment each day to become aware of your environment and also the environment above us. So I always find it really cool to look and see the moon during the day. And I look up and I try to sense, what do I feel with that full moon coming up? Because I usually can feel things 2 or 3 days before a full moon. How about you? Do you feel things 2 days, 3 days of full moon, or the day of? Let me know right down below. Curious about that, because I never get out. Anyway, what I'd like to talk to you today is about, I'll continue with some astrology, basic stuff, like the sun. What does the sun mean? These heavenly bodies actually do mean something to us as physical beings, as souls having this physical experience. So the sun, like your sun sign, whether you're a Leo or an Aries or a Scorpio, it's how you act. The sun is how you act, okay? Your rising sign, which is not a planet, but, well, it is a planet, but just generally speaking, the rising or ascendant is how you appear to other people. Your sun sign is how you act. The moon, and remember, all these are in signs. So the moon, whatever sign it's in, the moon is your emotional part, emotional side of yourself. Okay? Mercury, the planet of Mercury, is all about communication. And Mercury is ruling, it rules, so each planet rules a sign. So the sun rules Leo, the moon rules Cancer, which makes sense because Leos are all about expression and bigger than ever, bigger than life, and the moon is the emotion, so it's Cancerian, which is water, which is sensitivity and emotions. And Mercury is the planet of communication, and Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, which are 2 communication signs. When you see Mercury, I always think of this: Mercury, communication, like this. Shh. So Mercury is the communication sign. So with Mercury, you see how you communicate to other people. And then if we go from that, we go to Venus, the planet Venus. I love Venus, the goddess Venus, beautiful, right? So Venus is all about love and delicacies and beautiful things, and ruled by Taurus. And Taurus loves nice things, so ruled by Venus. Taurus, it's interesting. Taurus is the sign that's the most attractive sign in the whole zodiac. So when you meet a Taurus person, they usually be very good looking. Those Taurus, they love physical things. And then after that, we have the planet of Mars. So Mars is a planet of battles, confrontations, and it rules the sign of Aries, which is about war. So look at that. You have war in that fiery planet. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, that's actually what's happening. Aries is in its own planet of Mars. So do not be surprised if there's something like a war of some kind in the next few months, because it's in its own planet of war. It's a hard one. It's a tough one. Just be aware of that. And then we go on to Jupiter. And Jupiter is a big, big planet of luck, of fortune, of transformation, if you will, of travel, of mysticism, ruled by Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is all that. Sagittarius is higher learning, philosophy, teacher, mystic, counselor. That's Sagittarius. And then we have Saturn, the planet Saturn. And Saturn is the planet that rules, if you will, karma, lessons to be learned, things you came back to understand. So this is a very interesting thing. If you look in your chart and you see what sign is in Saturn on your chart, you'll see, but let's say it's in Virgo, right? So Saturn is in Virgo. So Saturn is what I come back to learn. So it's, what are your karmic lessons? So if you look and see what sign is in Saturn, you're learning, let's say if it's Virgo's in Saturn, you've come back to learn karmic lessons about Virgo. So Virgo's going to be disseminating, critical of self, critical of others, judgmental, but also of service to humankind, service to self. So those are the main lessons that your soul came back to learn in that Saturn placement. So, right, it's so cool. So check out what's in your Saturn, what sign is in Saturn, and you'll know exactly what you came back to learn. Okay. The next one we have is Uranus. Now Uranus is ruled by Aquarius, and it's all about the head, the mind. Think of that as inventions, new ways of thinking, individuality, independence. Cannot follow the rules, have to do things their own self, very independent. That's Uranus. And then we have Neptune, the planet Neptune, which rules Pisces. And it's all about sensitivity, the unknown, going beneath the surface and bringing things up to the surface. That's what Neptune is about. Then you have the planet Pluto, and Pluto is transformation, completely transformation, ruled by Scorpio, which goes to the dark, dark, dark of the night, and it goes into the high, high light of the day. So it's transformation, it's changing the way things are to new ways of being. So if you look and see what's in Pluto, what sign is in Pluto, it'll be how you go about change and transformation. So then you have in the chart something called the North Node. Your North Node is what your soul is trying to attain to. Your south node is where you've come from. So the south node is in a sign, the north node is in a sign. So on my chart, I know that my south node, where I've come from, is Aries. So my south node Aries, and Aries is about, it's the I am sign. It's about me, me, me. It's about how I see the world through my eyes, okay? And Aries tends to be thinking, just really about self. And my north node now is in Libra. So I'm trying to attain a Libra kind of sense of Libra rules balance, harmony, love. And that's really what I'm trying to attain that now. So I've come from that Aries, which is about me opening that up to balance and freedom and beauty and art and love and music. So that's interesting. So there you go. Now, until next time, I'll go check out some more planets and the stars, and I'll talk about some more astrology. I love it. We'll see you back next time. And tell me what signs you are, and if you found out with yourself, are you observing the planets, is there one particular planet that you feel connected to? Because I do. I feel connected to Saturn, and I also feel connected to Jupiter. So, just curious. What planet are you connected to? We'll see you next time.